So we have written the sales incentive scheme, which is a simple one, and we have created the structure with these logical conditions, and we have arrived at the incentive percentage for each of the salesperson. Now, as I said, there is a different way of writing the same incentive structure with lesser conditions, and we will do that by using this method. We will simply consider this as 80% and above, second slot as 90% and above, third one as 100% and above, and fourth one as 120% and above. And the logical conditions would be these. Of course, you are aware of these conditions, how to write that. But we have to be a little bit careful in writing these conditions. We can achieve the same results without getting any error as long as you write these conditions in the right sequence. What do I mean by that? Let's take an example. Let's say we have a number which is let's say 93,000. The order in which any if statement or if statement will perform the action will be from left to right, or you can say in the order in which it is written. So if the first condition written is this, it is going to perform this condition first, and if that condition is true, it will give out the result and ignore the rest of the if statement, whether you have written ifs or you have written nested if. It will do the same. It will go one by one. Any of the condition, the moment any condition is satisfied or met with, it will stop there and ignore the rest of the statement. So let's see here. If this is 93,000 and if we write the logical conditions in this manner, whereby we start with 80% and above, 90% and above, 100 and 120, then I have already written this here so that we save time. Let me open this up. So here is the formula. So first we have written less than 80% for somebody who has not achieved the target. So if it is less than 80%, it is 0%. If it is greater than or equal to 80%, then it is this. If it is greater than or equal to 90%, then it is 3%, and so on. When we write this kind of formula, what happens in this example where he has achieved, let's say 93%. Is he satisfying this criteria? No, because it is not less than 80%. Is he satisfying the next criteria, which is greater than or equal to 80%? Yes, 93% is greater than or equal to 80%. And in that particular case, what is the percentage commission he is going to get? He is going to get 2% commission because he is getting trapped at this particular condition itself, and he is supposed to get 3%. Now let's say in this particular example where we have written our formula in this row, the person has overachieved 125% and we have written this formula, and let's see what result he is going to get. He is going to get just 2% instead of 7%. So it is very important to write the conditions in correct order. In such cases, we have to write it in reverse order where the 120% or more should be considered first. And that is what I have written here. First, I have written 120% and then gone in descending order. So I'm going to copy paste this formula and paste it everywhere. And now let me reveal these figures, which is exactly same as this. By this method, you can write shorter logical conditions as compared to this one. However, there is a chance of you making mistake if you haven't understood the logic correctly or you have not tried and tested various possibilities of all the conditions. So the safest mode is to use the precise conditions. In this particular formula, you don't have to worry whether in which order you have written this. Even if you have written this 80 less than 80% somewhere in the middle, it will still work because you have written precise conditions here. These conditions are not precise. However, it makes it easier to write it. And now let's complete our incentive calculation by calculating the incentive, which would be equal to the incentive percentage multiplied by the actual achievement of the salesperson. So the first person is going to get 0 incentive because he is not eligible since he is not achieved 80% of his target, and these are the remaining incentives for the sales people. So this is the example of a very simple sales commission structure.